Okay, so I think we are live. So, hello everyone, I am Sanjay Gupta and I welcome you back on my channel. And as I promised you last week, we'll be having three live series on YouTube. So, two I already started this week, and this is the third one, the Dev Breakdown. Okay, so initially I will be discussing with you like what this series is all about. But before I start, so this is our episode one, and in this episode I have invited Nikita. So hello Nikita on this channel.
Hello, sir.
So I hope you might know her because she already came live last year and delivered sessions on AI Associate. So that was a big hit, and lots of people certified due to those sessions and content. Unfortunately, Salesforce they removed support for that certification, and it is now retired. But we have Agentforce. So you might be thinking what she is doing here if AI associate is not there, but she upgraded herself as well, and now she is here to give you some insight about Agentforce. Okay, but before we deep dive into Agentforce, like what it is and what we can do, I just want to give you a little bit insight about the series. Okay, if I move on to the next slide, so in this slide you will be knowing like what this series is all about. So the name suggests the dev breakdown. So I will be inviting different developers and architects, those are already working in the renowned organizations, to share their knowledge. Okay, so it is not just a tech talk, it will be a developer show, and they will be sharing some knowledge for the tools they are using in the industry, and everything will be related to Salesforce. Okay, so they can bring some business use case that they used in their project, so they will be demonstrating them, and any technical feature that they have explored, so those things we'll be discussing in these sessions. Okay, so timeline is like every week Thursday 8 p.m. we'll be having this session. And moving forward, this I hope everybody knows now. Like we are a Trailblazer Workforce Partner. So if you want to join our any online or offline program, so you can visit this website, and you can reach out to us through the email ID. And in our program, so on the next slide you will see in our programs we have three steps strategy. Like you will be knowing the concepts, you will be doing hands-on in the session itself, and then we'll be sharing the projects with you, and we'll be providing you the project support. So this is all about the programs that we are running. Okay, so moving on to the next slide, I just want to share some like information with you, like how you can reach out to us, how you can know about these live sessions or our courses that we are running. So you can subscribe this channel if you want to receive all the notification of the live sessions, and you can like follow me on LinkedIn, my organization Skill Horizon, or you can scan this QR code of the Telegram community. And if you like any of the live stream, do not forget to hit the like button because it will support our channel. Okay, so with this, I think we can move on to the next slide, and I hope this is about Agentforce. So my time is done now. Over to you, Nikita.
All right. Thank you very much for having me again. And it has been a prolific journey because the previous sessions that we did, I think they were 8 to 9 sessions, and they incorporated the major information about the AI associate. And we like the whole team got enough of the gratification for all that substance that we had done. And I believe that this series that you have started all over again is going to be 10 times even more substantial, more powerful than what we have previously done. So let's get a start to that program. And with that, welcome everyone to the Agentforce Specialist Certification Program that we will be having. And we will be having, some sort of like very selective sessions over here on YouTube, and not all of them. Maybe in future, we will be transitioning to complying towards specifically to Agentforce only. So it just depends, how Salesforce transforms, and with that we will comply, and with that we will also do the changes in our syllabus and data. So that's what we are going to do. Today's topic that we have chosen for y'all is prompt engineering because that contributes to 30% of the certification. So you will be having the substantial understanding of prompts and prompt builders and templates. So there'll be a couple of terms that I want you to be familiar with. And not only that, since the AI associate was more of theory and understanding all the concepts, this is going to be more functional. I will give you the org links that we are going to use. I will give you the overview of the lightning page that we are going to have, then the setup menu, then everything. So currently the dev orgs that you all will be having might not have those like enablements, the AI enablements that we require for this. So that for that reason, I will first take you to the pages where you can get that particular org links from, and then you will obviously after that you will download that, verify through the email. So whatever that happens will happen today in the towards the end of the session. So let's get going with what exactly are the concepts that I want you to deal with before learning about the prompt builders and all. So let's get into it. The first thing that everybody should know is what a large language model is. So we know in 2022 the first face off with the AI happened in the form of chat gpt, and since that we have been into this zone of revolutionizing this AI, and that's when the initialization of the mountain that is now going to be building up even more ahead, that happened. So let's start from this substantial concept that is a large language model. This is a type of artificial intelligence model that is designed to understand and generate human like text. So, this is not exactly what the traditional bots would be. This is more like understanding your natural language and delivering content with whatever it understands, whatever content it understands or whatever context or intent it understands. So now how is this understanding the intent, the connectivity of words? Because all in all, what is happening in this generative AI, that is chat gpt for example I'm taking, so the prediction of text is happening altogether. And how is this prediction happening is because of the technology called transformer. This is based on this technology of transformer, wherein we have got a certain tech working, which is connectivity of words and the association between them, such that they bring up the best context behind it and the intent is realized. So when I am talking to you, I am giving you a certain idea of something and you are able to understand. How is it understanding or how are you understanding? Because you know my language and you know the context that I am delivering to you. But how would the model know it? The model would know it through the natural language processing. And we have had a good session, like a couple of sessions have been there in the AI Associate that you can learn from. In that, I have explained about the natural language understanding and natural language generation. And I've also explained how Siri and Alexa have been functional with that way. So that's how the transformer architecture works. It understands the intent and it knows when to introduce what word so that a good paragraph or para summarized form or summary is generated. So that's what we do. When I give a prompt to the large language model, it understands what I'm asking and then it delivers the required content. So, what is a large language model here? It's ChatGPT that I'm introducing. Now, various large language models we have like DeepSeek, Perplexity, Gemini, and all others. So, these are all the large language models that you have right now. Okay, so these models are trained on vast amount of data, text data, and use deep learning, particularly a type of model architecture called the transformer, to learn the statistical relationship between the words, phrases, and sentences. So by now you should know that these large language models are based on a technology or architecture called the transformer. And we are not going to go deep inside the diagrammatic overview of transformer because that is thoroughly out of the scope of this syllabus. But what you should know is the basis of the large language model is the transformer. That's all for the large language model. Now, since we know large language model, there's a term that is associated with how this large language model has to be used. and that is what we call the prompt. So the large language model cannot create good content by themselves. They need some guidance from us in the form of a thing called prompt. So that's what we ask for. So, if I ask for, like, to any of the models that write a summary of this, or, give me 100 words for the day to learn, or give me the knowledge about, how is this process working. So it will guide you. Like, if you ask, uh, give me the best recipe for the cake, which is a gluten free cake and a vanilla flavored cake. So you have to be very specific about what you want. And only then it is going to extract the information from all over the world, or all over the billions of web pages that it has been trained on. And after extracting the information, it is going to deliver the bestest content possible. So it is kind of paraphrasing, it is kind of predicting the text, it is kind of, generating its own way of how a best recipe of the cake would look like. So, you have to be specific with the details about what you want. And that's what a good prompt is, a very detailed with the instructions, and highlighting what you want. That is what a good prompt is. So let's see, what is a prompt? A prompt is what you type or say to an AI. Like me means like any model that you choose, to tell it what you want. Think of it like giving instructions or asking a question. Just like when you talk to a person, if you ask clearly, you get a better answer. If you are vague, the answer might be off. So you have to be very clear about what you want, and that is only going to be generating the response that you would like. Otherwise, it is going to be a hallucinated response. This is a problem that majorly affects when the prompt injections happen. That means, when your prompt is following a certain journey and it is going towards a large language model. I'm talking about the Salesforce ecosystem right now. When you as a customer log in, and then you generate a prompt, and there's a customer CRM, the manager, and then you generate a prompt. This prompt has to follow a lot of steps that are there in the Einstein trust layer. That is altogether another topic, but I'm not getting into that particular technical part. But what I'm going into is just to tell you what a prompt is and what journey it follows. If the prompt is incorrect and the prompt is something which doesn't align to your requirements, then it is definitely going to generate a response which is a vague response, and you wouldn't like it. So that's why you have to be very specific about the writings that you would do in the text box that is given in any of the large language model. Let's move on to the next one. So I've given you some examples of good prompts. So here are some examples of good prompts, like write a 100-word summary of Harry Potter series for a 10-year-old. So you have to be very specific. If it is a 20-year-old person, the vocabulary will be high. The contextual understanding would be something that you already might know, so you won't have to be more elaborative. So the model has to be understanding of the fact that for which person it is generating this summary. Is it for a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old or a 20-year-old? So for that, you will have to be very specific. So that's how this good prompt looks like. Then we have explain photosynthesis in terms like I am in the 6th grade. So these are some good prompts, very specific. The way I have given you the example of generating a recipe for the cake, you have to be specific about it. Specific in the sense like what you want. It's a gluten free cake or a vanilla cake, whatsoever cake. So this is how a good prompt looks like. But what a bad prompt is, the bad prompt is tell me about Harry Potter. So what to tell? Is it about the author? Is it about the character? Is it about the summary of the Harry Potter whole series? What exactly would you want? So these bad prompts will generate a bad response, right? And this is what you will find in the prompt fundamentals of the Trailhead program, that is there in the Salesforce ecosystem, right? Now, here is the question for you. I hope you have understood what prompt is. What are the prompts in the context of generative AI? I believe you should be getting all that stuff. There are 4 options given. Is that a question that makes the large language model write an email? Is that a line of code that helps the large language model find the relevant data? Or is that the conversation starter for team bonding? Or It is the instructions that help the large language model generate the content. Let me know, what do you guys think?
Yeah, guys, go ahead and just read the question and all the options. So we are waiting for your response in the comment section. So you can type A, B, C, D because 4 options are there. Okay, we are getting the responses from the people. So Zohaib replied, Rajni, Mayur. So they are saying D, instructions that help the LLM generate content. I need few more responses, guys. Please go ahead. At least give it a try. So you can just type A, B, C, or D. So few folks are saying B, few are saying D. Abhinav is saying both B and D. Okay, so I think you can suggest the correct answer now.
What do you think should be the correct answer?
I will go with the audience. D.
All right. So let's just clarify. There are people who are also suggesting B. It says a line of code. So, no, the prompt is not a line of code. It is a normal human language that exists. Like, I want a cake recipe. That's sort of the prompt, but a bad prompt. However, it's a prompt. So, prompt is just the human language, the very natural language that we speak. And we just assume that the large language model would also know that is what the prompt is. Then a question, no, it's not a question. It doesn't make the large language model write an email. It could be a specific instruction to the large language model to write an email, but it is not a question. Then comes the conversation starter. No, it's certainly not that. It's very vague response, in fact. And lastly, we have instructions that help the large language model generate the content. Then yes, it is a set of instructions that would lead to the responses that you would want, and that's through via the large language model that you put in the instructions. So the correct answer is D. Let's go to the next question. What is the goal in a prompt?
So
What do we aspire to do through the
yeah,
prompt? Yeah.
and just a suggestion, guys. I think a few folks just type the answer without reading proper statement. So I would say just read it properly, understand, and then answer. So you can
Yes.
again type A, B, C, D for this question. So what is a goal in a prompt? So just read each and every statement word by word, understand it, and then just type the alphabet.
This is actually how you will see the questions in the quiz of the Agentforce Specialist certification. So you have to be very thorough about the way these quizzes are, promoted, because they will give you very tricky answers, and you have to just, deselect with the help of any of the words that you see, and it doesn't matches or aligns with the context that you're looking for. So you have to be very focused about, which option to choose. Kindly please, read the options and then only answer.
Okay, so as per the answers, I think everybody is saying B.
That's correct. So the type of content that you would want the model to create, that's what the goal of the prompt is, ideally. Right. And I think all the three others are pretty obvious to be deselected. What you hope to achieve with the model's output, then a quantitative metric. No, it's not a quantitative metric. And then a physical goal post, of course not. So it's very obvious, but I assume that this is a very easy depiction. The questions there are pretty tricky to just comprehend. So you have to be pretty focused. I'm pretty sure that after going through these sessions and just going through these trailhead links that we are going to provide further in the sessions, you will probably be able to attain a confidence of getting through the quizzes. Now let's go to the prompt builder, the one and the major thing that encompasses, the I should say this is one of the building block of the agent force. This is what prompt builder is. After this explanation, I will also show you how a prompt builder looks like in your dev orgs. I'm sure that in at your end you might be able to, or you might not be able to access that, but I will give you the way that you can get the access of that link through the links that I'm going to go in the trailhead. So let's get to the prompt builder. In Salesforce, a prompt builder is a tool within in-app guidance that allows the administrators to create and customize the prompt for users within the Salesforce. So here in the prompt builder section, we will have an option of creating the new prompt. We will have the option of customizing the prompts as per our requirements. So there is a thing called prompt template, and that's what you're going to create, and that is going to be used for n number of users and customers, because prompt template is just a basic recipe, what specifications you would want that you can alter by yourself. So in a very layman's language, this is what it means. These prompts help guide users by providing the announcements, training tips, onboarding steps, and feature adoption support without needing external communications. Then comes the prompts, responses, and the trust signals are logged and stored in the data cloud. But the org that I'm going to give you will not give you the access to the data cloud. For that, we will again have to do certain enablements, and that is again something very futurely as of now. But right now, what you should focus on is to realize, you have to practice building a prompt in order to sustain in the environment of Agentforce in the Salesforce ecosystem. Okay, so this is the tool that allows you to create specific prompt templates within the Salesforce. Salesforce Prompt Builder is a low-code tool designed to help the Salesforce admins create, test, and manage the AI prompts within the Salesforce ecosystem. It allows you to integrate the generative AI into your processes by creating the prompt template that leverage your CRM data. Well, I think whatever I have said so far, I will just take you to that particular site, make you aware of the things that you will have to do, and then post that we will discuss what next. So let's just share my another screen.
Okay, guys, so it's time to see the well known platform, that is Salesforce. So
Yes.
after lots of theoretical understanding, because that was important before you go and understand what is prompt, what we actually are doing, you need to understand the base. So that's why she discussed now. Yep.
Now, I believe you should be very familiar with this sort of pages. Because you have been such a massive Salesforce audience, and this is a very familiar web page that everyone should have seen so far. But what you must not have seen is here we have Einstein setups. You can see if in your existing orgs you have these setups. So Einstein setup is the first thing that we will look for. And if you click on this, there will be certain enablements that you will have to do. One of this is turn on the Einstein. Otherwise, whatever we are going to do, whatever creation, if you might do, that will not be created. You might not even find certain sort of templates or whatever. You will not be able to access any of these things until and unless you turn on the Einstein. So this is the enablement that you will have to do. And please search in your orgs if you are able to find that, and let me know in the comment section if you are on the same page. If you are not, I will first take you to the link from where you can download and verify and do the access tasks, and then come back to us, generating all sorts of content, right? So let's go ahead. Please let me know if you can see this Einstein setup in your Lightning web page, and in this setup section. The next thing that you're going to see is deploy the prompt templates. That's what we are here for. We will design some of the templates here, and that's also something that we will have to enable, right? So please let me know if things are very functional for you. I can't see.
What happened?
I'm just looking for if people are able to find this in their setup. Yeah, so I think not able to find Einstein setup in the setup. Right.
So I think a few folks are having old org, might be, because a few are able to see.
You can see in your org, okay, how for the
Yeah,
together.
Rajni can see, Manohar can see.
Okay. So let me just give you the idea where you will find it. Come. If you see your Salesforce trailhead here, right? I'll go to the trailhead.salesforce.com. Clear? Now you might have to log in. I will also have to log in so that I can also see. Or if we do not log in, but let's just do. So give me a second. Yeah. I am into this. But anyway, so here you will find this learn section in the trailhead. Click on this and you will go to the super badges. Click on the super badge. And here is where you will have to do this part. This is specifically for Salesforce prompt templates only. So you will click on the prompt builder templates and you will see that there is this page that should be opened. For whosoever is unable to find the Einstein setup, can get here on this link, and from here developer edition org, you can click on this and come to the page which is going to load. Yeah. This is where you will log in. So my name is Nikita, but I'm not going to log in with you because I have done various logins, I mean. So you will have to add the email address and role, company, country, postal code, username, and check this box. And then post that you will have an option to sign yourself up. Click on this sign me up option and you will be getting a mail in your email, whichever you have given over here, with the with the username as well. So I'll show you what it looks like at my end here. This is the email that I got. Thanks for signing up with Salesforce. This is the lately created account that I did. So I've just done for, the user purposes. This is how it is going to send you this email. Whenever you will again log in, you will have to use this URL. Upon clicking on this, you will add this username with the reset password that you're going to have right now. These all things you will have to do, and only post that you will be guided towards Einstein setup, and you will see it after this part. Right. So for the people who were unable to see, I've given you the guide. For the people who are able to see, let's get going. You will see the Einstein setup. You will have to deploy everything. So you will have to enable these toggle buttons, and that's it. Next thing that you will have to find out is Einstein for sales, because we will be creating some templates that will be related to the sales email that will only be visible when you have Einstein for sales enablements done. So here you will find Einstein for sales, and this I'm pretty sure that is not present in the current orgs because I have been through them and have seen the things and we were not able to find them. So here Einstein for sales, we will have to turn this on, turn on the Einstein sales emails. So you will enable this up. Second, you will enable the add email prompt instructions, right? So both these enablements have to be done. It is only after that you will go to the prompt builder and you will see many things. So let's go on to the prompt builder. And I think this should be visible now. You will have to create the org. Yes. It will take some time, but you will have to create the org to do the functionalities that we are going to do. Right. So now we go to the prompt builder, and here we have a lot of prompts that are standard prompts, and we'll take any of them to make you understand the things. But before that, I just need to know how many of you are on the same page. Uh, yes, if you're not able to see the Einstein setup, you will have to do the login and the creation of the org. Right? So give me a thumbs up if you are on the same page so we can go ahead and learn about some of the other standard things.
Yeah, guys, you can just type yes or no, or you can thumbs up, whatever makes sense to you.
Of course, I can repeat the steps one more time. So we went onto the trailhead, and I went onto this learn option. Post that, in the drop down menu, I found out this is the super badge. This super badge link, upon clicking on the super badges, we will have this unit here, prompt builder templates, super badge unit. Upon clicking this, we will be diverted to this link over here. You can, in the free time, just have some quick read of this page. But right now, what you need to do is sign up for the free developer edition org with me. So you will click on this and you will be guided towards a form. Upon filling the form, you will be signing the you will be checking the checkbox, and then post that you will be clicking on this button, sign me up. When you will click on this button, it might take 5-6 minutes at max to get the email to your inbox, which looks like this. This email will have the org link that you will have to use, and after that, you will also be given the username that you will have to input. Uh, when you will go to verify account, right, they will ask you to reset the password. That password you will have to remember or make the browser remember that. Okay, I think this is how the repetition works. Let me know if you still have any problem. Yes, you will not be able to see the Einstein for Sales. As I mentioned, I have been through the orgs and I've seen all the things. Einstein for Sales is not present in the current orgs. You will have to go to the super badges. You will have to follow the links that I have given you and mentioned here, and post that. After verification, you will have to create the new org. Anyway, so this is what my take is. Right. So we're still waiting for people to come on the same page like us so that we can discuss things further. I was here somewhere.
Yeah, I think we can go ahead. So those who
All
are
right.
struggling, they can just go and check the stream, because the stream will be available on YouTube once we are done. So
Okay. So here we have got some pre-existing standard, templates. You can see all these are the templates that I'm going to show you now. And this has been the current change in the template form also, because earlier it wasn't like this. The orgs have been updated, and now the things look like this. Previously there was a different way, UI, anything that is whatever I'm having this interface, this was a different interface. Right now it's again a different interface. So we did have some struggling mornings, but of course now it is pretty good to go. So this is how the prompt template looks like. We have an existing template here. So right now we will give you the idea about what things do we have in over here, and how can you save, how can you activate, how can you preview everything. So let's discuss that. So you can see in this we have this prompt. If I would just click on this, it will be closing, and we will have another thing that's called resolve prompt. That means it is going to deliver the result somewhere here. And this is the existing one. So I'll just minimize this one. As of now, I don't require this one. So this over here, as you can see, right, we have given all the instructions to the large language model. Now you will ask, where is the large language model? So here, if you can see in the settings, right, in the left template settings, we have got model type. It's standard, it is not going to allow me to do anything. But later on, when I'm going to create or customize the prompts, everything will be enabled. And models that we will choose from is from here. We can use all the models. They have got access to Gemini, they have got access to Anthropic, they have got access to Chat GPT. This is what they have used, in fact. So this is how it is going to get to the models, right? So here you will type the prompt template, and we will receive the results only after the template sends the prompt here to the models. And from here we will get the response here, generated response. If you can see, this is the third section over here. So I'm going to click on this, and right now there is nothing, but the generated response is here. So I'll tell you the whole trajectory of this prompt. So whatever is written here is going to be acting like a prompt, and it is going to pass through some layers which will have it will incorporate grounding. It will have to go through all the substantial pathway it has to follow in the Einstein trust layer. And this is in the Salesforce ecosystem, the trust builder, wherein the major thing for Salesforce is to have trust, because it deals with a massive amount of data, and it wouldn't want anybody's data to be spilled in the wild, right? So for that reason, they have configured the ETL in their own ecosystem. And they have also signed the zero data retention policy, because no model is allowed to store any sort of data uh, coming from the Salesforce ecosystem. And for that reason, they have signed this zero data retention policy with OpenAI, with Gemini, with n number of models, whatever they're using. So nobody is allowed to actually access the data that is going from the Salesforce ecosystem to the model. That's what we call as zero data retention policy, because otherwise any model that you will search or maybe write anything on, it is going to save it for the further purposes of learning. So not even that is allowed if the data is going from the Salesforce ecosystem. No learnings are allowed. Even there was a thing that if just in case model produces some sort of hallucinated data, hallucinated response, a response which is not appropriate, a response that might contain some toxicity, what would be done if you are not allowing us to access that data? Then Salesforce also configured another thing, that is toxicity detection, which is the detection of languages or cases wherein maybe the response would not be appropriate to be shown to the customer directly. So this has to be passed through the toxicity detection also. And that's where, again, one of the parts of this whole layer ETL comes in. So I hope that I've given you a brief idea about the ETL also, which is the whole trajectory of the prompt that is being followed. And I've given you the standard prompt. You can definitely, as per your own time, select and read and do as much, what do you call it, research as possible. It's up to you. Now, if again I'm asking, if you've got this prompt builder in your own orgs that you have, then that is a good idea. Then we go to the sales email prompt template. Now here we have the sending invite. Now here are certain things that I would like to show you. You can see that this has got some fields over here. Can you see? These are merge fields, and these are also called the placeholders, because recipient title is the data, and we would not want this data to be consumed by any other model. So we have merge fields like this that act as a placeholders for the data. So like this, it goes to the model, but recipient name is not shown. The company, the description, product name is also not shown. These are called merge field guides. We will use them. Right now, again, we don't have the access to change because this is a standard prompt and we can't change it. But I've given you the idea about how a prompt would look like. And in the next session that we're going to have, I will myself write the sales email prompt template in front of you, and we will exercise the repercussions and all the things by the drafting by the Einstein, and you will see that how we are drafting the emails. I don't know if anybody of you have tried that, but that's what we are going to do in the next session that we're going to have over the next week. That's the agenda. Today was just to show you how the standard prompts exist, what is a prompt builder, prompt template. So we went to the prompt builder, and beneath that there was a template designing. This is the template, and you can use it for n number of users. So you see that these fields can be used for n number of users. So you have created a recipe, but it can be used for, again, n number of customers, right? That's why it is a prompt template. It is a reusable prompt. Correct? So this was it for this particular section. I'm again going somewhere else now where I'll tell you more things. So let's discuss about that. Then there's a third thing into this Agentforce. Now, where would you find the Agentforce here? So here you have AGENT. Again, I'm just giving you a brief idea. Agentforce setup. So if you see Agentforce here, or even if you don't type agent, you can just type like this, agent. Right. So here you will see that you've got Einstein and everything like that. So I'll just like to tell you that right now it is called Agentforce, but earlier with the advent, when they initialized the process, it was called Einstein Copilot. So again, here, if you can see in the browser, you will always see something called Einstein Prompt Studio, because this was the earlier name. So browser names are not changed, but obviously they have refurbished the names from the links. So they keep on changing all the things, but you will see that in the browser, you will always see Einstein Copilot, Einstein Prompt Studio, like that. So the means, if you don't have to be confused in if I'm saying Einstein or I'm saying Agentforce, they're one and the same, things. Okay. So here you have agent, and then after that we can go to Agentforce agent. So you can see Agentforce agents here. And this is what the default agent is, right? First, you will have to enable this Agentforce, because if this is off, you would not see anything, guys. Right? So first enable this Agentforce, and there you go. You have your first standard pre-existing agent named Agentforce default. Right? You have the access by new agent here. You are free to explore whatever opportunities you have from here and on. And in the Agentforce default, we've got this particular web page. In here, we will open this in Builder, so I can again give you the idea about how things go. So this is Salesforce agent by itself. let's chat. So I'm going to just say hi. So you will see some things coming up. And how would it know that this is a salutation, this is the introduction, this is how a conversation should start. So you can see, hi, I'm Agentforce and AI assistant. I can do things like search your Salesforce data or the internet, edit your Salesforce records, and draft or revise emails and fields. So it is going to give you the idea about what it is going to do. This is what Agentforce is, guys. And if I said hi, the action got invoked. Now, for that, I will definitely have to first explain you what action is, what topic is. Again, as I mentioned, this is a session which is going to introduce about some things, but we will go dive deep later on when there's good time. So I just hope that you're, getting familiar by the idea of Agentforce and prompts and builders. So by now, or till now, you must be having these terms, buzzwords going on around you. But now you have this idea about Agentforce Builder. So you have dived in into the Agentforce Builder with the org that we have created today, or you have created today, right? So you can see this conversation actually invoked the pre-existing topics here. These are topic labels. And beneath that, there are some actions. So if you go to general CRM, we will see that there are some instructions. So you can see this is instruction, this is another instruction. Do not declare your intent. I will now retrieve the data. So this intent is going where? This is going to go to Agentforce, that you don't have to show the intent that I'm going to go, I'm going to do this. No, you don't have to do this, right? It just has to do the process. It doesn't have to show that I'm doing this part, I'm doing that part. This is an instruction given. So these are the instructions that we give to the Agentforce, just so that it maintains the synchronicity and it doesn't come up with any of the responses which are not aligning with the responses that we would want. Clear? So then you have next instruction, which is identify the object type. So these are the instructions for the Agentforce itself. It has to understand. And at the back end, the story is still on. There are certain researches, there are certain refurbishments that are constantly going on with the Agentforce itself. Then, yeah, I mean, these are the instructions that you can see. So you have a good time with yourself. You can just, read these things, and then we will go to the topic actions. Now, what gets invoked when you write hi? So look over here. This is a user prompt. Hi. I said hi. The reasoning topic selection that happened was the prompt used. So here, something at the back end is going on. You don't have to read this, but just giving you the idea what's going on. Then the topic that got invoked was general CRM, wherein the instructions were these and the actions were these. So you can see that these actions are enlisted here. So we will create our own actions. We will also give it, you know, underneath the topics. So first we'll create the topic. Post that, I'm gonna add these pre-existing instructions into that topic, whichever is required. So when I will ask about, can you summarize a record for me? So let's say, if I ask, can you summarize a record? I think summarize spelling it takes is SU. Yeah, can you summarize a record for me? So we'll see if it does. See, so it's asking us, could you please provide the name or ID of the record you would like to summarize? You see, this is how it is going to tell you. Now, you are going to give any of the record name. If you have pre-existing records, you can give it, you can have a number of cases that you have, or you can, create your own cases. Again, that's what we do in our own sessions that we are having currently. So, this is how it is going to function. Right. So the single record summary topic got invoked, and the actions beneath it were, identify the object by name, then summarize the record. This action is going to summarize the record via the record name that you're going to give it. Correct. So with every keyword that you give, there's an associated action beneath the topic, and that gets invoked, through which we get the desired information or response from the agent force. So this is how it works, and all of the agent force is working. You can certainly create your own agents. You can certainly create your own topics, actions whenever you would want. So yeah, I mean that's it. Now let's go back to my presentation. I hope I've given you the enough idea. Now if you have any doubt, you can just ask. Yes, there are integrations because Salesforce is outsourcing the models. Yes, it has been. There has been an association with ChatGPT, of course, Gemini, and all other that you will see, the models that you will see. Whosoever is not able to see the Einstein for sales, it is only present in the org that I have given you. It's present nowhere else. So that's the only answer that we have right now for you. Yes, I want to leave this. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish our presentation for the day. And I think we have done quite a good functionality,
Yes, we are. So I think
right?
we need one more session. So in episode 2 also you will be coming, right?
Yes, definitely. We will create the own template that day.
Yep. So I think lots of people already liked the session, and guys, I'm just waiting for you to like the stream so that we can plan more sessions on Agentforce. So as of now, we have planned two sessions. Like one we already delivered, and in episode 2 also, you will be learning something about Agentforce. Okay, and every week I will be inviting different speakers so that different topics we'll be covering as per their expertise. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing the knowledge, and this is it for today, and we'll see you on next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. IST. Bye everyone.
All right. Take care, everyone. It was a